Okay, so what I want to do is kind of how we went over like some fundamentals of volleys, and then kind of pick out some key pointers that we're going to talk about, and then go into your volleys.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yep.
Okay, so I found a clip of Ian hitting some volleys. So a couple things that I want to point out is volleys are all about finesse, right?
Yep.
It's all about feeling the ball and guiding it to your target. Okay, so keeping that in mind, here you're going to see the racket recoil, which is going to see that softness, right? As he hits, notice he's making contact in the middle of his chest pretty much.
Okay.
So that after he can do that guide that we were talking about towards the target.
Yep.
Okay. So your setup is really good. And now you have the recoil, which is pretty good. You have a pretty good soft hand there. You can see your contact point is really far in front from where Ian's is,
Okay.
where his is more in front of his chest. And so what happens is after contact, it's hard to guide forward, and you just end up going down. So what happens is you get that punch and drop kind of factor. And so that's really what I want to focus on first. But we're going to do a little bit of softness, but your softness looks pretty good right now. And then we're going to work on the guide. So that's kind of your ending. And so it's hard to really guide or know where the ball is going and direct it to that spot because it's very abrupt on the finish. So what I want you to do is get in your position, ready position.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have you scoot way up here for a second.
Okay.
And all I want you to do is just turn your shoulders to the ready position that you would be in for the volley. Yep. And now he's gonna hit the ball, and all I want you to do is just softly let the ball relax off your racket. It shouldn't go anywhere. It should just recoil, and I want to keep this really relaxed so that you can kind of keep that idea of that relaxedness when we start working on the guide through.
Okay.
Okay? So right to that ready position turn. Yep. Yeah, just toss soft. And it's just gonna dribble. Yep, now I want it to dribble a little softer. Really relax the wrist. Okay. It shouldn't probably even make it anywhere near the net. There you go, a little softer. Good. Okay, now on a scale of 1 to 10, how tight do you feel like you're holding the racket?
Probably 5, 4.
Okay, let's try to get to like a 2.
Okay.
Even if it drops out, it's not gonna break your racket, so just keep it relaxed. Let's see if we can make it even less. Good. Keep it out there. Yep, you got it. Good. Make sure that your arm is still staying here. It's just this part that's being relaxed, okay? There you go. So I think the biggest thing is just making sure that it's the wrist and the arm and not your hand. See, that was better. Your arm wasn't doing the movement back, where this last one, see how the elbow moved back a little bit, but it's still good. That's a lot better. Do you feel the softness?
Yes.
Okay, so now what I'm gonna have you do is you're gonna come all the way up here, and Ian's gonna feed the ball really nice and soft, and once I hit, then I'm just gonna cross over the net with my racket. I'm not gonna go across, I'm not gonna go down, I'm just gonna go soft, soft, and then cross out. Good. One more. Good, okay. Now segment it out when he hits it. Soft, relaxed, and extend through. Good, nice, nice, Kevin. Soft, relaxed, and extend through. Good. Good, last one. Good. Okay. How'd you feel with that?
Good.
Good? Look at that. That's good. And then the extension. My goal for segmenting this, and the reason why, is because if I
I'll just hit through it.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so I want you to feel that softness, and it's more of a guide instead of like pushing it towards your target. And that's the biggest reason. But this looks good. Good recoil and good extension. It's good. Very good. Okay, so now we're gonna do it a little bit softer like that, but you're not gonna segment it. So he's gonna hit one. So you're gonna be here, and you're gonna soft and then guide. Okay? So I'm really soft still, but my hand is relaxed. I'm still getting the recoil and then the guide. That's it. I'm just gonna move your contact point just a little bit. You're doing really good. Softly, soft. There you go. Does that feel a little easier?
Yeah.
Good. Go. Nice. Keep it one motion. There you go. Good. Good. It's looking better. Okay, now I want you to, you're going to do the same thing. Watch that ball underneath you. You're going to do the same thing, but you're actually going to try to guide it towards Ian now. Just nice and softly. Don't kill him over there. But just guiding the ball. That was a really... guiding the ball towards him. So I'm really nice and soft. I'm just starting in this position and just making it one. Okay, so you can see that my racket is still loose. So when it kind of gives that feeling of going like this almost, but I'm not here. I'm just gonna fix you just a little here.
Okay.
Yep, You just want it to be right in the middle is really what your goal is.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah, good. Nice, now guide it just a little bit. I watched you. There you go, a little looser. There you go, keep it loose. Strings towards Ian, yeah, but really guide that out towards the net, towards Ian. Push that, there you go. Nice and soft. There you go, following the direction of the ball. Nice, very nice, Kevin. Making contact so much better. Look at that. That's great.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going down. Is that okay?
A little bit.
Going out a little bit more.
I'm okay with a little bit of down.
Okay.
Yes, because you are getting that backspin on the ball, which is what I want. The biggest thing is that if you're going down with tension, that's where you're really going to have issues.
Right.
A little bit of downward movement is totally good. I mean, that's totally fine, for sure. I just don't want you to stop and then there be no, it's just like, you know what I mean? So you want to make sure that you're extending when you do hit it, you're extending and going out through that ball. That's the biggest thing.
Okay.
But it's looking really good. So now what I want to do is you're going to start from the ready position, and I want to see if you can actually do the same guide. So it's really nice and short and soft, okay? So I'm going to start here, and then he's going to feed, and I'm just going to go. So notice there's not a lot of, I'm just turning and then guiding, okay? Nice and soft still, but turn and guide. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm not even moving my feet. I'm not doing anything other than just turning and then guiding. Make sure you guide. Ready? Turn, guide through it. Now that one got a little stiff. Good, nice and soft. So I think what's happening, do you see where your contact point is now? So a lot of that is not letting the ball come back into you.
Okay.
Not necessarily like width or anything, but really letting the ball come back in. So it's hard to have any guide because you don't have any room.
Got it.
Does that make sense? So normally we would be in here, like if I'm, you know, you would want to make contact in this area.
Yep.
And now you're here. So it's just that difference in the guide.
Sure.
Okay?
Got
Okay. So now we're going to do the exact same thing, but Ian's going to back up a little bit. Okay. So if you have to move, you're welcome to, but I'm not going to focus on any footwork whatsoever. Okay. Just the turn and the softness of the guide. So as he moves back, the distance is greater, the ball's gonna come at a higher velocity to get to you, but I just want you to focus on the same relaxed tension and the same guide that we were doing, okay? Let's do a couple, yes please, a couple shadows just to get in that groove again. Thinking about that contact point and the guide after, yes. Contact point, guide, yes, good. Here we go. Nice. Good, nice and soft, tension, no tension. Nice, guiding towards Ian. Very nice. Last two. One more. Yeah, it's good. Contact point is what makes the huge difference for you. When you hit when you have a contact point that's in the right spot, you're able to guide forward. When you don't, when it's out here, you kind of maneuver it because you're trying to guide, but there's no room. So that's going to be the biggest thing for you, is just making sure, like these last couple were really good. The contact point and through the ball. It's right there, that's great. As long as it's not in front of your foot, for sure. I mean, it could be a little bit, but that's really good. I mean, you have room to guide there. You can tell if you're reaching, then you're in trouble. You just want it to, at contact, you want your arm to be relaxed. You see that, relaxed, so that it's not out here. Because I think a lot of people say like, okay, hit the ball in front of you, and then we hit the ball out here, but then there's no room. So now that you're back in here, it's looking a lot better. Looks good.
Good.
Looks good. Do you need a drink or anything, or are you okay?
I'm good.
Okay, so now what I'm gonna have Ian do actually is he's gonna be in the middle of no man's land there, and he's gonna just block some back to you, and you guys are just gonna try to keep a soft rally. Okay, so the goal being that you're going to move your feet obviously now, but I don't want the focus to be on your footwork, okay? So if can you hit a couple with me? So here, all I'm doing is, I don't care if it bounces 3 times before it gets to him, I'm just keeping it nice and soft and guiding it out towards him. Okay, so my goal is to not get tension, not get anything like that, just nice and soft, okay?
Great.
Nice. Last one. Good, it's really good. Now, the difference is if you want the ball to go deeper, you want to have that height and you want to use your footwork a little bit more. But other than that, nothing else changes. Okay? What you're doing right now looks really, really good. I broke it up into 2 clips. Okay. That one's a little far, you can tell, right? So that's when you start going down, because it's hard because you have no room. That's better. Now you have room. That looks a lot better. So let's just, so, you know, as I said, your setup and everything was pretty good. I mean, it looked really good from the beginning. And your recoil was good, but the difference in where your contact point is a lot better, right? Now you're not all the way extended out. I mean, you were stepping in, reaching out, you know, all the way out there. Now you're much more relaxed, much more balanced, not taking that huge step. And then that was the big drop compared to now you got that full guide. I mean, much longer, much more extension. Does that make sense?
Very much so.
Okay. Looks really good.
Thanks.
Good job. Good job. All right, get you a quick drink.
Okay.